What is a specific phobia? Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Zachy, and today we're taking a curious little stroll into the world of weird, wild, and sometimes downright irrational fears. That's right. We're talking about specific phobias, those oddly specific things that make your brain short-circuit and your legs want to bolt in the opposite direction. Whether it's spiders, heights, or a balloon popping at a kid's party, phobias are way more common and way more fascinating than you might think. So, let's start at the beginning. What even is a specific phobia? In simple terms, it's an intense, persistent, and irrational fear of something very particular, an object, situation, animal, or even a place. It's not just a strong dislike or a meh feeling. It's a fear that grabs hold of your nervous system and refuses to let go. The mere thought of the thing can send someone spiraling into anxiety. What makes it a phobia, rather than just a fear, is when it sticks around for 6 months or longer and starts messing with your daily life, causing stress, avoidance, or even panic attacks. Let's make it real with a few examples. Picture someone with arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. Now, many of us might jump at a spider, but this person might cry, freeze, or refuse to enter a room where one was last seen. Or take aerophobia, fear of flying. A person with this might break out in cold sweats days before a flight, constantly check crash statistics, and maybe even cancel travel altogether. Then there's claustrophobia, fear of tight or enclosed spaces. For someone with this, an elevator ride could feel like being trapped in a coffin. Pretty intense, right? Now for the quirky stuff. There's coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. You'd be surprised how many people find those painted smiles more horrifying than any horror movie. Or trypanophobia, which is a fear of needles. Yes, even the tiny ones that deliver flu shots. For some, just seeing a syringe can trigger dizziness or even fainting. There's lepidopterophobia, the fear of butterflies, which sounds almost poetic but can be a very real source of distress. And let's not forget chorophobia, fear of dancing. Imagine a wedding reception, and someone's worst nightmare is the dance floor. It's funny until it isn't. So where do these phobias come from? How do we go from curious kids to adults who can't look at a clown without sweating? Sometimes it's rooted in a traumatic experience, like getting trapped in a dark room or being bitten by a dog. Even if it only happened once, that moment leaves a deep imprint on your brain. Other times, it's learned behavior. Maybe your parents screamed at bees and you soaked in that fear like a sponge. Or maybe it's just in your wiring. Some people are born more prone to anxiety. Genetics and brain chemistry both play a role. In other words, there's no one-size-fits-all origin story. Let's nerd out a bit with some brain science. When someone with a specific phobia encounters their fear, or even just thinks about it, their amygdala, the brain's built-in fear detector, goes nuts. It screams, "Danger!" and flips on every alarm system in your body. Your heart races. Your breath shortens. Your muscles tense. You might feel dizzy, nauseous, or totally paralyzed. It's a fight or flight reaction, and the wild part? Your rational brain knows the fear isn't logical, but that doesn't stop the panic from crashing the party. Here's the really sneaky thing about phobias. The more you avoid the thing you fear, the stronger that fear becomes. It's like feeding a monster. Every time you dodge that elevator, skip that flight, or leave a room because of a spider, your brain goes, "Nice job, we survived. Let's never do that again." Avoidance feels good in the moment, but over time, it actually reinforces the fear. It makes the phobia stronger and harder to unlearn. But don't worry, this is where the hope comes in. The awesome news is that specific phobias are highly treatable. One of the most powerful tools therapists use is exposure therapy. This is where you slowly and safely get introduced to your fear in baby steps. Say you have a fear of flying. The process might start with looking at a photo of a plane, then watching videos of takeoffs, then visiting an airport. Eventually, you might even sit on a stationary plane. Over time, your brain learns, "Hey, this isn't so bad." Another popular approach is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This helps people challenge their fear-based thoughts and replace them with more balanced, realistic ones. So instead of thinking, if I get on a plane, I'm 100% going to crash, CBT helps you realize I'm anxious, yes, but the odds of crashing are extremely low and I have coping tools. It's like giving your brain a fact checker and a pep talk at the same time. For more severe cases or when someone can't begin therapy because the fear is too intense, medication can be a helpful support. Anti-anxiety meds or beta blockers can reduce the physical symptoms of panic, so you can start tackling the mental side. It's not a cure, but it can help take the edge off enough to make progress with therapy. Now, here's something important to remember. You're not alone. Phobias affect millions of people around the world. You might feel embarrassed or isolated by your fear, but trust me, there's someone out there who's terrified of the exact same thing. And while it may feel irrational, it's very real to you, and that's valid. The good news is that phobias don't have to run your life. With the right tools, support, and a bit of patience, you can regain control. So let me ask you, what's something that totally freaks you out? What's your phobia? Let's be brave together and drop in the comments. Seriously, no shame here. Whether it's snakes, deep water, or mannequins, yes, that's a real one. It's called automatonophobia. This is a safe space. You never know who else you might help by sharing. If you found this video interesting, helpful, or even just mildly entertaining while you avoided making that one uncomfortable phone call today, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We've got more psychology, mental health, and why does my brain do that? Content coming right here on at Zakaprat. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me today. You're awesome for being curious, and even braver for facing fears, even if it's just by learning about them. Remember, the first step is knowledge, and you just took it. Stay curious, stay kind, and until next time, peace.